Probably could have filled out the inside, but I'm in no rush. Just want to ride to get home. As a fellow vlogger actually said, that's the most important thing. Riding so that you're going to get back in one piece. Obviously you want to have a bit of fun, but don't be a dick. Go ahead. As you know, myself and Rocco, our boudoir, no, not boudoir, house, boudoir's bedroom. No, we're not bedmates, we are housemates, or house acquaintances if he thinks I'm a dick. Let's say house buddies, and we had a little joint viewing of the Baron's new video, and you know what, it caused some serious controversy, not between us, but just the topic was very, very controversial. Baron made a comparison, maybe not necessarily a direct comparison, but he certainly made cancer out to be the same as depression, which, as myself and Rocco will probably say, is a fairly hefty statement. I'm not going to dispute with Parks Police. Oh well. I'm not going to dispute with the severity of depression, because it is severe. But you have to remember that depression is so subjective, so subjective. As far as I know, cancer, medically speaking, this is coming from a pleb, medically speaking, cancer is what happens when the cells in the body don't know how to die. So it's pretty ironic that some form of minute local immortality can lead to an early death. With cancer, there is, as far as I'm aware, a concrete reason, or medical reason, or let's say maybe biological would be a better way of describing it. There is a biological reason as to why. There's a biological explanation for it, let's say that. I don't know, personally, of any biological research that highlights or that might explain, like if there's a certain part of the brain that causes depression, because surely if they knew where it was, they'd be able to funnel money into research that would allow them to possibly deactivate that part of the brain. Yeah, I think every part of my brain's deactivated. With cancer, the main therapy that I know of is chemotherapy, and I get the impression it's not very pleasant. I feel for all the people that have to go through with it. I hope the fuck this is recording. It's recording. Because I just talked the last 20 minutes, and this camera has been giving me so much chip recently. Anyway, yeah, so chemotherapy is very, very unpleasant, and I'd never wish it upon anyone to have to go through with it. Obviously people do in order to have a chance of possibly curing themselves. But with depression, you can go with counselling. With cancer, you know that the best way of killing the cancer, or making it, not killing the cancer, don't know if you can kill cancer, but of removing any sort of malignant tumours, is via chemotherapy, and it's successful. Not that counselling isn't successful, but you know what to target, essentially. You know, I have to kill this in order to preserve my life so that I don't suffer and my family don't suffer at my suffering. Jesus Christ, it's busy today. If someone came up to me and they said, I'm depressed, or if they, well, without sounding like a fucking baby, if someone came up to me and told me I'm really depressed, I wouldn't know how to treat them. Maybe counsellors have a better idea, but all you can really do is be there for them and talk to them. That's what counselling is about. Finding out the reason as to why they may be the way in the mood they are. I don't know, I can't really think of what else to say regarding that. The other thing I could say is, with cancer, you have no choice in the matter. Let's face it, when you have it, and it's crap. And there is a strong possibility that you will die prematurely. It's the only thing we're on this planet for, is to die. Morbid! Let's be realistic here. We do have a short time on this planet. Let's enjoy it sensibly. Don't whistle at me. My goodness. What was I saying? Yeah, there's no say. You have no say. You take the treatment, and if it works, you have a chance to live. I know Byron talked about such and such, these many people died because of depression, and why couldn't we funnel money into people with depression and treatment for them instead of on like transport, which is that's fair enough. Like no one wants to lose someone they care about, even if London's roads are shite. But if someone dies, and I say this not sarcastically but with an inflection in my voice, if someone dies of depression, I would say more than likely, again correct me if I'm wrong, I'm trying to be as PC as I bloody well can because I don't want to upset anyone. I probably will, with tough titties, get over it. But the most likely explanation is that it's self-inflicted cancer, unless you stick your balls in a microwave and do a Mr. Bean. I'll maybe link a video of what it looks like. Unless you purposefully open up a microwave and start humping it in full power. I don't know how you'd be. I don't know how you'd have a choice in the matter. That's your choice. If you choose to hump microwaves, you do that. As long as you do it with commitment. But with depression, if you off yourself, you did that. And then, because you did that, other people have to suffer so that you didn't have to. And it's so selfish. And maybe, I'm sure people know that, but it is. And obviously it's because it's hard. You can't just go, oh, this is really hard, I'm going to stop doing it. Life. I just go, oh, life's really hard, I'm going to stop living. Well, fuck you. Another little sperm could have been used and taken your place. Sounds good. Boys and their toys. So yeah, no harm. Another little tadpole could have been in your place and done maybe something different. Might have been even worse than you. Who knows? Do you still have all your legs? If you don't, I'm really sorry. But do you still have all your arms? Again, if you don't, I'm really sorry. There's so much to be thankful for. The very fact that you're still breathing and have a circulatory system. I think everyone has a circulatory system. I hope so anyway. It'd be weird if you didn't. You'd be as pale as I am. So many things to be thankful for. But you know what? I think the biggest thing that takes our mind off depression is distractions. Because you know what? Whenever you don't feel depressed, or whenever you feel depressed, it's because you're thinking of depression. In my eyes, I feel shit. You're telling yourself you feel shit. It's all the sort of mentality and your outlook can all be changed with distractions. Motorbikes are distractions, money are distractions, getting money is a distraction. And then once you have the money, you think, oh, I need another distraction because I've got what I wanted to get. And maybe that's why so many people that are depressed might actually be affluent and find life a little easier than others. Because with others, my dad told me, I think we were talking about cars and all the vehicles that he's owned as he's grown up. He said he had a little crappy 50cc scooter when he was 12, or bought his first car and it was crap. But then he got a new one and he worked hard for it, and now he's not mega bucks. I don't actually come from a very mega bucks family, but he says he could buy any car he wanted. If he wanted to buy a Porsche, he could buy a Porsche because he's worked for it. But the actual journey of having nothing and wanting something and actually working to get it. The other thing about my dad is he's quite a healthy man. Not as in he only eats elderberries eaten by rabbits and then shit out for extra protein. He treats his body like a temple, a sexy temple might I add, not incestuously, just because he's my dad and I inherit all his genes. And he walks every day, he exercises. I think that's what I'm trying to say. When was the last time these depressed people physically exerted themselves? I don't mean every morning when they have a really dodgy shite after eating Domino's the night before, which is what I experienced today, because I had a Domino's yesterday and it was awful. I had to run to the bathroom like 3 or 4 times because I thought I was going to poo and then didn't, but it's another story. Not for a vlog, but it's another story. But exercise. You know what happens whenever we have those little journeys and we get the things we want? We experience endorphins. That little feel-good factor, and go, like every time you jump on your bike and go, yeah, bike, yeah. That's endorphins, having a wee chat with you in your head. And you know what the best way to get endorphins is? Exercise. Or possibly cocaine. But there are far more repercussions. Not repercussions, but I say disadvantages. Obviously the advantage is probably amazing, but the disadvantages might leave it on par with exercise. No, well, I don't think there are any disadvantages with exercise. It's all good. Maybe you injure yourself if you overexert yourself, but don't be a dick. It's my life motto. But drugs and all that sort of thing is just the lazy man's way. There was no journey. There's no work. You can't. Maybe you worked to earn the money to buy the cocaine, but if you work, say if you have a sweet job like mine, you sit in your arse and scratch yourself. It's not a sweet job, but I do scratch myself. If you have something that pays for little effort and then you can get money, money's not work. Go for a walk. It doesn't have to be fucking, I'm gonna get in the rowing machine and do fucking 5 hours of Uber treadmill training. I'm gonna run a marathon. I'm gonna fucking show Michael Flatley how to Irish dance properly and have a dance off with him. You don't have to do stupid shit. You just have to get outside, or even inside, but obviously outside's better because, you know, sunlight whenever it's around. It is today. I can't really see it. I've got my legal tinted visor on, so it's just a nice level of brightness. But I'd love to ask how many. I'd love for there to be a survey taken of how many people who suffer from depression actually physically exercise. And I don't mean exercise you right in jelly gents, like jelly. I don't mean that. I mean exercise their right, or exercise their palm and right hand furiously in the bathroom or over the furniture. I mean go outside, go for a walk, go for a run, go for a cycle, go for whatever. It's really disappointing how many people don't exercise. I know they fucking beat on about it to people's children, saying, oh, children should exercise at least half an hour every day, take 5 fruit and veg every day, and be really fucking healthy. It's not that hard. I'll tell you what, see when you do get in that, say for example, if I'm going to exercise, what'll I do? It all depends what you want out of it. Maybe you want to do cardio, maybe you want to look fucking sweet as, maybe you want Arnold Schwarzenegger's arms on your arse and look like one of those statues made out of stone. Well, it's all, maybe, I don't know if that's doable, but it's all doable, and it's all within reach. You just have to want to have it. Not even want to have it, you just need to at least try, because it can be done. Take for example me and what I do. My goal is to have ditties I can open a beer bottle with, and maybe grate cheese on my stomach. Why? What are you rushing to? Don't exercise like that. Okay, what I'll do, or what I wish I could do, my ideal week, if I had the time. Obviously time is a big constraint as well, but you need to make time for it. It's the same with work, it's the same with relationships, it's the same with having a wank. I'm sure you can make time to fucking rub yourself off. So why can't you go for a walk? I suppose most walks are longer than 11 seconds. Fucking oblivious. So, I keep fucking trying to speak. My ideal week is, let's say 6 days a week. 3 is good, but it's not about how many times a week you train, or it's about consistency, because consistency alone is an endorphin release. The fact that you've done something consistently for a sustained period of time, you think, my god, I've been fingering my arsehole for a week. Now look how wide it is. That is something, maybe not, I don't know. You can look back and go, oh yeah, I had a tight little sphincter, and now I need a drawstring to close it. I worked hard at that. That's progress. Say for example, I do go to the gym, I do what I want to do. Your indicator. set myself out little plans. I'll do it. I'll get an endorphin release from the exercise. I'll also get an endorphin release from actually doing it. I'll do abs or something. I don't know what I'll do. I'll fuck around for about an hour. But within that hour, I'll actually have moved certain parts of my body. Then I will stretch, make sure I'm not crippling myself by doing too many weights, or I don't know. I'm sweating. Anyway, so you do your exercise. Fuck, why do I keep talking? You do your exercise, and what I like to do afterwards, maybe just to further remove all the shite from my body, I'll go to the sauna and I'll sweat. I'll sweat like Rolf Harris watching CBeebies. I will drip. I will ooze dirt from my skin. And you know what? I'll have a shower afterwards. Take whatever dirt that has just tried to implant itself on my skin. And remove it. Cleanse myself. And then you know what? I will break this Mercedes-Benz Sprinter's rear tail lights out for... Oh, no, maybe I won't. I'm just going to break his lights for being a dick. That's a sweet ass bike, whatever that was. Lovely, lovely colour scheme. So, I've removed the toxins naturally. I sound like a fucking scientist. I've got all the dirt out of my system. I've sweat even more out just to make sure, because I'm a fucking filthy guy. I'm so depraved it's not even funny. So I have to sweat that wee bit extra in comparison to other people. But I'll do that, and then I'll just clean myself. I'm just gonna rub all the sweat onto my balaclava. Oh, I'm getting numbness in my hands. I can wait. Ish. I do my little karate kick just to say thank you for letting me out. So I'm repeating myself. I am my dad. I try to explain something and never explain it. I just end up repeating the same thing over and over again. Good. Genetics. Oh, my hand is dead. So yeah, exercise and then clean and then put on like a fresh pair of clothes or something. Make a routine out of it, because you've done it. One, the endorphins from the exercise, great. The endorphins from doing each little section, and maybe even if you do better than you thought you were going to do, that's more endorphins. Clean yourself. Feeling clean is so nice. I love being a dirty bastard, but actually having clean skin and a fresh pair of clothes and smelling nice. Oh, I don't mean like if you enjoy smelling your own bodily odor. I mean, you know, smelling clean without odors, or without natural odors. I don't know. I'm trying to be too politically correct here, but I just mean just being proud of who you are. Every time I do that, I feel like I'm, to use an expression my friend gave me, walking on butter. Sounds a bit faggoty, but if you like butter, then great. So, people, if there are any depressed or mentally disturbed people watching my video, go exercise. I don't mean to be your ma and be like, sorry, your mother, and say, oh, did you brush your teeth? Oh, did you go for a 5-mile run this morning? No, I don't want to do that. I just want to encourage people to actually use whatever abilities, physical abilities they have. So even people in wheelchairs can do shit that you could probably never do. Not never do, but it would take you, that they've spent a long portion of their life bettering themselves. I worked with Paralympians a few years ago, and some of them were congenitally disabled, as in from birth, whereas another lost his in a landmine. I want to get past this guy. And like, they're both instances are as terrible as the other, but by fuck could they throw a big heavy ball and throw a discus. They had talent, and it's not a matter of, oh, I don't have time, I have a full-time job. Imagine how easy it is for you to get to your full-time job in comparison to them. They probably can't even get a full-time job, so they have to spend time looking for sponsorship, do other things, which I don't really want to mention in this vlog. It's hard for people to feel grateful, I suppose, because we just forget about it. I forget how grateful I am to have a bike, to have my gear, to have this camera that I can actually speak to you guys with, to have internet to upload, and they're just material items. I'm not trying to go all hippie on everyone and say, oh, fuck consumerism. Man, I don't want to be part of your system. Man, that's not what I'm about. Just saying that there are little perks in life that distract you from things that might possibly not be nice. You're losing a loved one, whether it be death or separation in Baron's instance. But if I take the old adage, delete Facebook, hit the gym and lawyer up, so widely used when people have breakups on Reddit, all they are, well, the gym is a distraction. It's also going to make you feel good, as I've explained umpteen times, too many times really. Then Facebook's just a distraction. You get little kicks of endorphins from seeing what people ate for dinner or watching their kitten bury their face in someone else's crotch. But again, that can remind you of certain things that might not be nice. So it's a different distraction. It's an unpleasant distraction. And the lawyer is just in case your wife's fucking crazy, or your girlfriend, or your boyfriend. Your boyfriend. I don't know, I'm sure there's a song with boyfriend in it. Oh yeah. Hey, you, I could be your girlfriend. Hey, you, I could be your boyfriend. That's my version. Yeah, so everything's just a distraction. Some of those distractions make you feel good, some of them make you feel awful. You just have to find the ones that make you feel good. And I think that's all I'm going to say for now, because I'm at national speed limit now and you can probably barely hear what I'm saying. So, mumble out.